it's Mina, and today in this video I'm going to do my top 10 funniest cartoons. Sorry I'm uploading like 4 videos right now, it's just I want to get these uploaded because I probably won't feel like doing them later because I'm going to a memorial service later today. Anyway, I'm going to do my top 10 funniest cartoons. Now these are cartoons that I personally love and find hilarious, and because like the characters are dumb, some of the characters are dumb in a funny way, some of the characters act smart but are actually dumb. Anyway, I'm gonna get started. So number 1 on my list would have to be the Fairly Odd Parents. I love, and a lot of you guys know, sorry it's itchy, if you watch my channel you know that I love the Fairly Odd Parents. It's one of my favorite cartoons. Sorry, I had hair in my mouth. Sorry, I had hair in my mouth. Anyway, I find this funny because you got a smart fairy with pink hair, a smart fairy with a stupid fairy with green hair, and a boy who's like 10 years old, and he kind of has like a short attention span, and also he is not very smart either. It is pretty funny. Funny because they have like these weird adventures and where they like make wishes, and then the wishes end up being good for a while and then they end up being bad. It is pretty funny from how a wish can go good and then go bad. Sorry, that was my phone. I must have gotten an advertisement. Number 2 on my list has to be SpongeBob SquarePants. Now, a lot of you guys know, if you watch my channel, you know that I love SpongeBob. It's one of my favorite cartoons. I love this show because you got a sea sponge, a stupid starfish, a really smart squirrel, and a full of himself squid who thinks he's talented, but actually is not. And also you got like a boss who is a crab who is like obsessed with, who's like he's like completely greedy. It is pretty funny, and they all have like these weird adventures, and they end up being funny, or they end up going good, and then they end up going bad. It is pretty funny. Number 3 on my list has to be Looney Tunes. Now, a lot of you guys know, if you watch my channel, you know that I love Looney Tunes. It's one of my favorite cartoons of all time. I like this one because you got a bunny, a duck, a bird, a cat, a hunter, and a cowboy type of character, along with a roadrunner and a coyote, and they all like have like different separate cartoons. But one thing I love about them is I like how they like drop anchors on each other or get hit with things like a boulder, and then they still survive. It is pretty funny, and they explode each other up. It is really funny. Number 4 on my list would have to be Doug. I like this show, Doug, because I found this show pretty funny because you got a guy who like kind of always writes in his journal, and he has like a lot of like all this weird stuff happening to him. It's pretty funny, and his best friends include like a guy who's blue and with blue skin, and his dog, and he like talks to his dog a lot and writes in his journal all the time, which is pretty cool. And he's like always tormented by this bully who makes fun of him. Number 5 on my list would have to be Dexter's Laboratory. Sorry, I'm still thinking about the tag I just did. I like Dexter's Laboratory because you got a boy who thinks he is a genius, yes, but actually really isn't, and his sister's like older than him, and he thinks she's stupid, but she's actually 10 times smarter than him, and he won't admit, and he just doesn't admit it. It is pretty funny. Like a lot of his inventions he makes go wrong. Wrong when he thinks they're gonna go good. Number 6, why do I keep saying question? What is up with me? Number 6 on my list would have to be Two Stupid Dogs. I like this show because you got like a really big dog who's not very smart and a little dog who's not very smart, and they always end up having these adventures together, and they like do stupid stuff like touch like burnt hot food. It is pretty funny. I don't know if any of you guys know this show, but it was on when I was a kid. It's not on anymore. But it was such a funny cartoon because they'd like run into walls, get hit by cars or something, or but they'd still survive, and they'd like like get each other, like bite on walls when they're made of wood. What is with me in question? Number 7 on my list would be Rocko's Modern Life. I like this cartoon because you got a wallaby who lives in the United States, and he has like these weird adventures with his friends. Like they do ridiculous things, like they'll go skiing and get distracted when they're supposed to be dropping off comics, or they goof around with jackhammers. It is pretty funny. Okay, what is it with me in question? As number 8 on my list would have to be Jimmy Neutron Boy Genius cartoon. Now, I like this cartoon because you got Jimmy Neutron always competing with a girl who really has a crush on him, and she won't admit it. And he also has a crush on her, and he won't admit it. And they like go on these weird. He goes into these weird adventures with his 2 friends who aren't very smart, and they create like interesting inventions, and all his inventions end up going wrong. When at first they go great, but then end up going wrong, which is pretty funny. Number 9 on my list would have to be Tom and Jerry. Now this is another one of my favorite cartoons that I grew up watching. I love Tom and Jerry because you got like a mouse who's small but super smart, and a cat who's big but super stupid. He has all these plans to catch the mouse, but they end up not working, and he ends up like either getting injured or ends up in heaven, which is pretty funny, and then he keeps coming back. Number 10 on my list would have to be Rocko's Modern Life. I like this, wait, I put Rocko's Modern Life twice. What's number 10? Maybe Barnyard. I like this one because you got some very smart talking animals who try to outwit a woman who's like going nuts, and who people think is going nuts, and she witnesses talking animals. And they try, like, even though they like mess around with her, they still try to help her, which I really like. Okay, so those are my top 10 funniest cartoons. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in another video soon. Bye!